Of all the diseases in the world and all the problems in the world, why this one?
Well, the Carter Center really fills vacuums in the world. If somebody else is taking care of a problem adequately, the World Bank or the World Health Organization or the United States government or Harvard University, we don't get involved in it. And this was one of the 5 major neglected tropical diseases that the World Health Organization describes. And they are no longer known in even the halfway developed countries, but they afflict hundreds of millions of people in the poorest countries in the world, and some in Latin America and primarily in Africa. And this is one of the most difficult diseases to attack, to correct, because it's scattered from one village to another. The villages from just maybe 5 miles apart speak different languages, for instance, and they go through impenetrable jungles to get there. Well, we've done that. So it was a disease that not many public officials knew about, and it was in the most remote villages in the world, and it was a very difficult disease to know how to correct. We figured all of those answers out at the Carter Center. It's taken us about 30 years to do so, but we're right on the verge now of eradicating this disease.
How did you go about fighting the disease?
Well, first of all, we decided to eradicate it and not just control it, which is a basic tenet of the Carter Center. And we found this disease in 20 different countries, 3 in Asia and 17 in sub-Saharan Africa. And we did an analysis, and we found a disease in 26,500 villages. We've been in every village so far, either we or the people we trained, and found 3.5 million cases. Last year we had 542 cases. 521 of the cases were in South Sudan, and we had just a few cases in 3 other countries. So far this year, we've only had 2 cases, but later on this year, we'll probably have some more. So what we had to do was to go into every village, teach the people what caused the disease, and teach them how to counteract it, how to prevent it, and give them the necessary materials, either a filter cloth or something to put in the water, and so forth.
When you've got the unsolvable problem, you send in the Carter Center. So
well, that's what we think, yeah.
That's amazing. And look, of all the things, you know, a peace deal in the Middle East, being president of the United States, Nobel Peace Prize, but wiping out a disease from the face of the earth, does that top maybe all of them?
Well, I think in a personal way it does, because it affects so many people. This was a disease that was known in the Bible as a fiery serpent, and it's been there now for 2, 3, 4, 5, 10,000 years. And to go into a village one year and teach them how to correct it and go back the next year, 0 Guinea worm, just kind of brings tears to your eyes and tears of appreciation from the people that live there that never will have to contend with this horrible disease again.
So when you go to sleep at night, sometimes you have a smile on your face like, hey, no matter what else I did, my life was worth living just on this alone?
Well, I'm going to have a bigger smile when the last case is gone, but you know, because we still see a danger of the disease coming back. So we have to monitor with thousands of volunteers who are working for us and several hundred people on our payroll. Every village that has had Guinea worm, we're still watching it to make sure that the Guinea worm doesn't come back. So it's going to take several years to certify officially that the disease is gone forever.
So you're now, through the Carter Center, doing the incredibly hard work of wiping out diseases like this that others aren't fighting, and you know, the democracy work that you're doing, fair elections that you're monitoring, et cetera. Given how hard these tasks are and how much time you spent on them, when you look back at when you were president, is there anything that you think, God, with that awesome power, I wish I had done this with it?
I wish I had known more about the value and efficiency and effectiveness of preventive medicine. The main thing I knew then was the danger of tobacco, because all the members of my family died with pancreatic cancer from smoking cigarettes. But I finally came to realize, for instance, that now tobacco still causes more deaths on Earth than AIDS and malaria and tuberculosis combined. So the prevention of illness and the prevention of death from unnecessary sources is what I have learned more about. I wish I had known some of those facts when I was in the White House.